One day I was scrolling on threads until I came across this post from Oona Arlo asking for people to sign up for the arc of her book, The House of the Wicked. I was interested, so I signed up. I got my confirmation email, I confirmed it, and shortly after I got my arc in my mail. Now, this is my first time being an advanced reader for a book, but I will try to make this video as spoiler-free as possible and give my utmost review. You can count on me for that. Now, before we start, let's get a few things out of the way. This book is not for you to read if you are under the age of 18 or don't like dark romance. Yes, this book is a dark romance. It's a suspense romance to be specific, and it involves gangs and cartels. And even that's not your thing, this book is probably not for you. But if you are still open to try this book, do read the content warnings first, okay? Obviously, that should go without saying, but you would be surprised by how many people choose to ignore reading the content warnings and then are like shocked when a triggering content is included in the book. So yeah, read your content warnings. Thankfully, the content warning in this book is listed really well. They are labeled properly in their own category, and it is also mentioned if the triggering content or the content itself is just mentioned or implied, or if it's on page. Anyway, let's begin. At the very first page of the book, after the cover pages, I was greeted with a very lovely poem that I will not be reciting. And then there was a Spotify playlist, a personal note from the author to the art team, and all of the good stuff that is included right before the story actually starts. Now let me read out the dedication. For every girl who dreamed of changing her life, only to end up fucking a cock guy instead. Well, this book seems like it's not for me. Well, review over. Just kidding. Actually, I enjoyed reading this book a lot. And I mean a lot. First of all, I was pleasantly surprised to see that Nora was a big and curvy girl. Now, that is not really included in romance books a lot. It's really rare for romance books to have a big girl as one of the main protagonists. We also see her being really good at her job. Like, she is really competent at what she does. We also get to see how empathetic she is as a person, and I guess that goes for August as well. He is a very compassionate and a very empathetic man. Speaking of August, I was genuinely surprised that he wasn't that much of an alpha hole, unlike other male protagonists of organized crime romance. I wish that we got to see more of his kind and compassionate side of him, but well, I am very satisfied with what I got, and I do hope that we get to see more of that side in the sequels. Anyway, moving on, let's talk about the relationship that they had with each other, that Noah and August had with each other. Honestly, I liked how it developed. Yes, it started with insta-lust, but that developed to be something even more, especially because their romance was forbidden, since Nora is a cartel princess while August is supposed to be her bodyguard. There was suspense, there was tension, there was slow burn, and I ate it all up. But I like the tender moments that these two shared with each other more. These two were really, and I mean really cute together. And I think the plot progressed really nicely, you know? Yes, there were moments where I was cussing the characters out for the decisions that they made, but let's be honest, a romance book is incomplete with such scenes, right? But I didn't really mind that as much because if you've read as many romance books that I have, you get to live with it. Now, let's talk about the side characters next. I I loved them. I loved the side characters that were on Nora's side, you know, especially Dima, Thalia, and Eve. I was also rooting for Adam in the beginning of the book, but spoilers alert, he turned out to be a huge, massive jerk. He still has a room for redemption though. He is still like not that far off. He hasn't done the unthinkable yet. It was really annoying to read about him, honestly. But I do think that he might be redeemed in the future books, or maybe not. He might even get worse. So I don't know. At right now, Adam is like on my one of the bottom lists, and the very bottom is definitely Bessie. Now, let's talk about the plot twists. There are many plot twists in this book. A lot of them were kind of minor. I mean, yes, it did like impact the plot a lot, but there was no foreshadowing or anything. So, yeah, I would not blame you if you didn't see that coming. But there were two major plot twists which did have foreshadowing, and I will not reveal any of that to you. Now, the first plot twist, it was like right in your face. So you could see that from like an entire mile. You could see that coming, right? But for the second one, the foreshadowing was really subtle. And I mean really subtle. When that was revealed, I was like, huh? I was wrong? But then again, as I continued to read the book, a light bulb lit in my head, and I was like, oh my god, it makes so much more sense now. The foreshadowing for the second plot twist was really subtle. Now, I don't know if the author intended it or not, but it came full circle, and like, that made me enjoy it a lot. You know, that's good. That's really nice. And finally, let's get to the ending. Oh my god. Without spoiling much, I will let you know that this book ends in a cliffhanger. Now, those who have watched my previous video, they know that I fucking hate cliffhangers. But I saw it coming for this one because there were a lot of plot points that were not tied up. And the ending was approaching really quickly. And I was like, there is no way that a lot of these plot points would be like tied up together properly unless one, this book ends up in a cliffhanger, or two, the author rushes the ending, which I'm glad that she did not do. I will gladly have a cliffhanger over a rushed ending. Is this frustrating? Yes. Yes, it is. Is there anything I can do about it other than wait? No, there's not. So I will just like suck it up and wait for the sequel to come out. Besides, I think this second book will come out sooner rather than later. Yes, the author said that she worked on this book since like 2020, but I think she was talking about the series as a whole rather than this one particular book. Anyway, I think this was a really fun read and I think it's worthwhile. I can see why it won't be everyone's thing. I mean, obviously, people have different tastes and different opinions and all of that stuff. I liked it. You might not like it as much. If you're interested to read it, there will be the link to it in the description down below. A huge congratulations to Oona Arlo for the launch of this book, and I hope that it's a huge success. I cannot wait to read the second book, and I wish you the best. And finally, thank you to the viewers for watching this video. If you liked the video, please like, share, and comment on it. If you like this content, please do subscribe and ring the bell icon so that you wouldn't miss my future videos. And if you're interested to read my ongoing book, The Crowned Princess, it's free on Wattpad. Its link will also be in the description down below. Thank you for watching.